This is the Keeper of the Seven Realms. Subscribe. Go to the descriptions category if you dare, and play the game.
The Black Lava Field. Your friend drops you off at the Black Lava Plains trailhead to the craters of the Moon National Park. You are excited that you finally get a chance to go hiking on this trail that you have heard so much about. You start walking the trail and study the black bleak landscape all around you. The land is destitute of any vegetation and there are no streams or rivers in sight. You make your way up the trail passing dark piles of rocks that make it feel like you are on the moon. You are about to reach the top of the trail when you see something floating in the air. The object appears to be translucent and it is about as tall as you are. Walking over to it, you can hear some sounds coming from out of it. The music makes you feel relaxed and weakens your sense of caution. You hear some warning bells going off in your head, but ignoring them, you decide to poke your head into it. Through the other side of the image, you can see the normal-looking trail and you decide to enter the object. You find that nothing has happened to you and instead you're still traveling down the rocky trail. You continue following the path while behind you, you hear a thud, but you choose to ignore it, like being in a dream. You pay it no mind, since your focus is only on all of the miles you have yet to travel before it gets dark. As you walk on the path, your feet start to get hotter and hotter until you can't take it anymore and you rapidly strip off your boots and socks. Your feet feel cooler and you unconsciously decide to drop your hiking backpack on the ground as well. Your head starts to feel fuzzy and things go blurry and you wake up finding yourself standing in the middle of the black lava field with no idea what just happened to you. From where you stand, the lava field goes on for miles and miles in every direction and you cannot see any of the trail markers in sight. You suddenly realize that you only have on shorts and a shirt and your boots are missing. You wonder what in the world had happened to you and where was your stuff. Glancing around the empty lifeless lava field, you do not see your boots and backpack anywhere on the rocky ground. You squint your eyes as you try to shield them from the merciless glare of the sunlight as it dances off the crystalline surface of the rocks. The land is hilly with sharp pieces of volcanic rock jetting up into the air. Everywhere you look all you can see is this sharp volcanic rock waiting to slice up your feet. The only way across it is to find a pair of rugged sturdy boots. Walking barefoot across the plain was out of the question, since your feet would end up like two bloody pieces of meat. Compounding your problem of figuring out how to get across the lava field were some sinister pale-looking shapes floating in the air coming directly towards you. Feeling something soft roll against your bare foot, you glance down at the ground and see that there is some type of ancient rolled-up scroll resting up against your big toe. You wonder how it got there but decide to pick it up. You glance around for somebody, but except for the pale floating things, you're all alone. You quickly unroll it as you sense danger from these unknown shapes. The scroll states, "You are in the borderlands to the Seven Realms. I'm the master of all of the realms and your quest is to become a master like me and rule over one of the realms. You will face various enemies along the way and you need to conquer them in order to prove your worth." As you read this, your first enemy is getting closer and closer. You should hurry up and finish reading my note before they get you. Be warned my warrior, this adversary is called the Pale Snatchers. Some warriors failed to heed my warnings and the Pale Snatchers took their life force and they have faded into the Shadowlands. If you are gone too long even my power as a supreme master will be unable to restore you. You will live forever in the Shadowlands as a ghost-like wave unseen and unheard by other warriors. At the bottom of the scroll were these final words, Scribed by Squibby Royal Recorder for Lord Bacon 2023. You roll the scroll back up in frustration and shove it into one of the pockets in your shorts. This had to be some type of sick joke and your friend was pulling your leg. There was no such thing as pale snatchers, and who was this Lord Bacon anyway? You peer off into the distance and take a closer look at the pale snatchers. You can see that they were some type of translucent ghost-like shapes that were floating in the air coming towards you. You suddenly realize that you had no weapons that you could use to fight them, and your only chance might be to escape. The hairs on the back of your neck stand straight up as you hear their mournful wailing cries. Your heart pounds in your chest and you panic with fear as you try to decide what to do next.
Credits: music by freepd.com, Alien Spaceship Atmosphere by Kevin MacLeod, Evil Incoming by Kevin MacLeod, Release the Hybrids by Bryan Teoh, Mind Chaos by Kevin MacLeod, Narration Services by Relab.net, Main narration voice by Bryan, credits voiced by Sally, sound effects by freesound.org, Creative Commons 0, closing door with reverb by xavimuse, license, Creative Commons 0, Slimy Flush by iampagan, license, Creative Commons 0, cloth, heavy, shake, run, trouser.wav by ValentinPetiteau, license, Creative Commons 0, real heartbeat sound fastest by _the_hood, license, Creative Commons 0, Seagull by Ep.1, license, Creative Commons 0, Going on a Forest Road, Gravel and Grass.wav by Stribbit, license, Creative Commons 0, Attribution 4.0, Rockfallinline.wav by benbenkin, https://freesound.org/people/benbenkin/sounds/6008/license, Attribution 4.0, glow.wav by bunny_cicada_limited, https://freesound.org/people/burn_cicada_limited/sounds/4974415/license, Attribution 3.0, car door close, engine start by Frederick_Sun, https://freesound.org/people/frederick_sun/sounds/32413h/license, Attribution 3.0, footsteps on gravel by Jews, https://freesound.org/people/Jews/sounds/53195/license, Attribution 4.0, human_heart.wav by astounded, https://freesound.org/s/52448/6/license, Attribution 4.0, other sound effects by Daniel Martin, Daniel A. Martin, all rights reserved 2023.